Welcome to 1002, your favorite naughty work experience, your little peccadillo, give me another adjective.
What's that mean? What's
yeah,
that?
I-
What is that?
Peccadillo, it means like you're, you talk to people for a second.
I was gonna say it sounds like
It's like your peccadillo, it's like your...
shielded animal, like a
like an armadillo?
I know, but that's what it sounds like.
Like an armadillo.
This is what happens when I surround
Your
myself.
guilty pleasure.
Your guilty pleasure, yes.
Today on the show we had a great lineup.
1 second.
This is your job,
Going
but
to Webster.
we're the
Well, you
first
know
ones
what?
in the
Let's-
city, I think,
let's-
to be talking about the possibility and likely possibility of a harmonized sales tax in the province, GST and PST being combined, which in theory is a great idea, as Ryan pointed out, and as I think most people agree. The problem, though, is now is not the time to bring it about, and yet Mr. McGinty seems...
A minor or petty sin.
There you go.
Peccadillo.
Nice.
There you go.
You are
That's
John
okay.
Moore of the 7 to 10 o'clock time slot.
Let's not get crazy. Yeah, but I think that the province is starting to listen to the show on a regular basis. It seems kind of odd and far too coincidental. Funny, we talked about coincidence tonight, but it seems way too coincidental to me that things that are happening in this province are a direct result. They're not being mentioned in any other media except here on this show. So I appreciate it, and that's thanks to all of you who have been very generous with your phone calls and emails and all that kind of stuff.
I'm willing to bet that in a dim office somewhere right now, Dwight Duncan is hurriedly working on a new budget that does not see the GST and PST harmonized because of listening to tonight's show and realizing that their understanding of the needs of the province and the average person in the province is probably way off.
And I also think that
This coming
Dwight
from someone
Duncan
who votes
is
Liberal.
probably in his office somewhere after watching last night's 10:02, feverishly trying to get a condom onto a moose bottle
And remembering now, as I failed to do, that you need to leave a bit of room at the
at
tip.
the top. So let's talk a bit about tonight's decision to change the topic at 9 o'clock, because what I had done was pretty much just go right off the sheet.
Yeah.
I ripped up the entire topic we had planned for 9 o'clock and went just kind of on my own. And you
Haywire.
seemed a little uncomfortable about me talking about vibrators.
Not vibrators, Barbara Walters and vibrators. And you know what? This is why Ryan's been in the business far longer than I have, and has.
Ooh, I feel a compliment coming.
No.
Oh.
You guys are all.
But I think
crushed
you know
today.
you saw that you saw it. I watched that video before you did and knew that story this morning and thought, nah. But you turned it. You saw something in it that obviously listeners.
Well, I think it's a bit of
Resonated with
a. I
listeners.
think it's largely a bit of a taboo, and people have a little bit of a tough time. But our show is about coming out of that shell, breaking down some of those walls. I mean, those are the old days of talk radio, where I'd be sitting here for 3 hours talking to a municipal panel about tax reform.
Sure.
People, we live in a different world nowadays. People want to talk a little bit about different things. People have conversations over drinks with their girlfriends and husbands and wives and the whole bit about things like vibrators. And if Barbara freaking Walters is going to be the person talking about it, I'm sorry. I don't think anybody can get mad at me for doing so.
There you go. The truth.
Steve Harvey's going to be on the show this week, and I'm very excited. He's got a new book out called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. He's going to be our guest on Thursday,
Yep.
which will be very cool. He just came off the Oprah Winfrey Show. This is the second talk show he's going to do. We're very excited about that because this book is filled with great information that women can use. Take my word, if you want to know how men think, it's all in Steve Harvey's book. Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. What
Where
else we
can
got
I get
for
a
tomorrow?
copy?
Tomorrow on the
Ryan?
show, a
No, never
pilot
mind.
is getting in trouble. In fact, quite a bit of legal trouble because he paused to pray before a crash landing. He was piloting an airplane flying to Italy, and the plane was going down. And before, going into his emergency measures or what a pilot does, I guess, when a plane is in distress, he paused to pray for about 10 seconds. And he's that's landed him, no pun intended, in jail for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he
Kind of-
should be.
Kind of an interesting story. Well, I don't know. I mean,
Well,
that.
I mean, your job is to land the plane, not pray to God.
Well, I think using his logic and his belief system, he probably felt that praying was what he needed to do in order to land the plane. So, interesting debate there.
Did he leave?
Talk about
Obviously,
some
he's been in jail for 10 years.
story out of our neighboring, our sister station, or the other station we're on in St. Catharines. There's talk about banning advertisements or posters from electrical posts. Instead, the city's investing $75,000 in putting up formal bulletin boards around the town when people could simply be posting on the lamppost, but apparently those aren't becoming anymore to the city's image.
Here's an idea.
$75,000
It's
bucks.
2009. Use the internet.
That and Chris Bosh, arguably Toronto's biggest sports star right now,
Yeah, you know what?
not paying his child support.
Come back to me for a second. I think it's ridiculous that the media has jumped all over Chris Bosh on this one. I heard somebody today saying that what kind of parent are you if you're going to split your time between Maryland and Toronto and you're going to go all over the world playing basketball? Are you kidding me? This is what we give this guy after he's done so much for this community. Wait and see what happens. Let the facts come out. I'm so sick and tired of the media jumping all over stories like this and not having all sides of the story. So yeah, maybe we'll talk about that as well. But for now, that's been 10:02. Are you upset? You
Not
seem
at
upset.
all.
You seem like you're sticking up for Chris Bosch's
No.
ex-girlfriend.
Well, I don't know. He kind of walked out on her 7 months into a pregnancy.
But we don't know the
Well,
story.
you don't know that.
But the National Post told me so.
Well, maybe the National Post needs to settle down a little bit. Don't they have talk show hosts to talk about and imprisoned barons of some sort? All right, that's been 10:02
What might you
for
be
tonight.
referring to, Ryan?
We'll talk to you again soon.